Call this meeting to order of the Hawarden City Council. This is a regular City Council meeting on Wednesday, June 24th, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. We are in the City Hall, the city offices, and the council chambers room. We have approval of the June 10th, 2026 regular meeting minutes. Could I get a motion for approval, please?
So moved.
Second.
I will.
Yeah.
Do you want to, did you get that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No.
Oh, okay. Derek, you made a motion, didn't you?
Yes.
Christie, did you second it?
Sure.
Okay.
Love it.
I thought I heard you. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. Okay. Approval of the June 24th, 2026 claims for payment. Motion, please.
Motion.
Okay, Trevor's got the motion.
Second.
Second was Ben. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Passes 4-0 with one abstention. The claims have been approved. At this time, we have open business from the community. Would anyone like to speak up at the podium at this time?
My time again. Every 2 weeks. John Grease, still live in Hawarden. Let's see. I still haven't received any reason from the council why they did not advance my desire to buy a street. I think it's 26th Street off Avenue D that dead ends to my property. Serves no other useful purpose. And the city has stated that they would do maintenance when I request, and I had told them previously it would be 1 year, 2 year before that happened. Well, now I'm going to ask that the city put that on the next agenda to open that street, because I do not believe the city staff, by Iowa law, is authorized to obligate the city to that. So it would come up for a council vote to open that paper street up so that it can be used as a public right-of-way, which it is. The next item I would like to discuss is I've been not confronted. Several people have come up to me and asked why the city, or what the city has against me. And I tell them I don't know, innocently. And that's concerning the sale or stopping the normal statutory process of having a public meeting to sell that street. And the only thing I can think of is, as a concerned citizen, when I saw a problem and brought it to the city council, the meeting prior to that had to do with the catalyst grants of the 4 buildings downtown, when I showed the city council that all of the grants were out of compliance with the agreement that it had with IEDA, and the serious issue with the conflict of interest that wasn't recused or mitigated. Now, a very wise man told me that if every small town in Iowa had to recuse from grants, that they would never get grants. And that sort of goes in line with what happened at the soccer meeting, or the soccer game, that the announcers said that all the people's names similar, the same name, whatever, that we must be marrying our cousins, and it's got to be pretty interesting at the dinner table. And that was left up to be dealt with by the school board, which I think is wrong. They can deal with it, but I think city government, the ones we elect to represent the city, should also address it in a council meeting. So what I think, what it looks like is the following meeting after I brought up that grant, the grant problems, when I asked you guys just to clean up the paperwork, concerned that IEDA would claw it back. Nothing was done. In the next meeting, I had that request for an open meeting or a public meeting to buy that land, and it was shut down. The people are coming to me, like I said, and they say it appears to be retaliatory. I don't know if it is. I have no take on it, but that's what the public is thinking. Now, with that, I'm not going to stop coming to meetings. I'm going to be here every Wednesday unless I'm dead or what? I'm at a funeral. That's it, every Wednesday. And I'll be up here for my 5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever. Now, at that same meeting that they had, you shut down the sale, or not the sale, but the statutory requirement for a public meeting, I had requested the meeting prior to that the city administrator put on the agenda catalyst grants so that the council could discuss it legally, right? He came back at that meeting, I believe it was that meeting, and said that, because it was on the agenda, that he had been in contact with IEDA. IEDA said, this is not a direct quote, that everything was fine. Where is it in writing? If it's not on paper, in writing, then as far as I'm concerned, it didn't happen. I don't know what questions were asked of IEDA. I'm sure you didn't say, hey, is it all right if our grant writer is writing a grant for a building that her husband owns and that those 2 buildings are sold now, or 2 buildings from the grant are sold now and we haven't done any ownership change to you? Is that all right? Because they're not going to go ahead and put it in writing that, yes, we don't care about federal law, we don't care about state law, conflict of interest means nothing to us. I think that's not going to happen. So that's all I got. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? We'll move on to the mayor's report. I had the opportunity to be on the Daily Grind show on Sioux County Radio, 93.9 FM, I think it is. Got a chance to talk about some of the good things that are happening in Hawarden, and got to brag up our economic development director and our police chief. So I was happy to be able to do that. Would like to congratulate Carol. The Northwest Iowa Development was announced that Carol was one of the persons that has officially earned her Certified Zone Specialist credentials through the National Association of Foreign Trade Zones. This certification strengthens the region's capacity to support manufacturers, streaming trade operations, and enhance global competitiveness across Northwest Iowa. Her achievement reflects a shared commitment to providing high-quality guidance to businesses engaged in importing, exporting, and value-added production. I'm sure at least I am not aware of all of the things that would fall under that category, but to think that, we are in the global market is exciting. And we thank you, Carol, for all of your work on that. Moving on to staff reports.
I just want to say thank you to all the residents that are working on their properties and getting stuff cleaned up. It is noticeable and very appreciated. I know that we have a lot of work to go, but I just want to say thank you to those that are putting in some effort.
Yeah, it's been noticed. Travis.
Our tree pile, the chippers are here. That's great news. Also good news, SCS engineers, they're working on an environmental covenant for our landfill. This will be the last step in ending the post-closure. We had a good walkthrough last 2 Thursdays ago. with the Iowa DNR and everything looks good, they are willing to sign that environmental covenant once the engineers get that written up. So what that means to us is we still need to, city staff needs to inspect and maintain the area, but we don't have to do any more water samples or testing, and we just have to do one engineering inspection every 2 years, and then give that report to the DNR. So it's good. It's a good time. More good news. New sport court for French Park will ship this week, and it'll be installed sometime in the next couple weeks. Same company that did our basketball courts out here. One caveat is we went with red courts with blue outline, so just kind of opposite the colors here. That was funded by the Siouxland Foundation grant, Community Foundation grant. Iowa Homeland Security, we did an audit with them and just finalized that on Tuesday. Everything went well for one of the projects for the FEMA funding, so all the paperwork, everything was good there. They were happy to get that closed out, so that's it.
Good. You've been busy. Misty?
Nothing to report.
Thank you. Jenny is not with us tonight. Chief DePriest?
Yeah, just a quick update on nuisance abatement. So far this year, we've sent out 139 letters to property owners about nuisance conditions on their property. But as mentioned by the city administrator and the mayor, there has been lots of progress. Still a ways to go, but looking much better. Also, we are putting the finishing touches on a scooter bicycle safety program and keeping an eye on the weather, but if it cooperates, we're looking at the end of next week. And so once we have the details hashed out, we will push that out to the public and get those details available.
Very good. Thank you. Carol?
Oh, thank you for those kind words. Yeah, being a certified zone specialist has definitely been a great achievement. I'm thankful to have accomplished that. We are definitely in the global market here in Hawarden. One of our largest employers does use our trade zone very effectively, so we'd like to continue that with other businesses within our Northwest Iowa region. Also, our annual partner meeting for Northwest Iowa is July 31st. It's a luncheon at the Grand Falls Casino. I'd like to invite everyone to attend. It's a great event. I can get any RSVPs out to any of you. Also, we've had quite a few, I shouldn't say quite a few. We've had a few residents come in and take advantage of the Housing Trust Fund, kind of going along with the nuisance abatement, getting some new roofs, paint, and windows, put in one particular home, moving forward with 2 others. So the trust fund is available to all. So please let me know and I'll point you in the right direction.
Great. Thank you, Carol. At this time, we have council comments.
Thanks for working so hard on the nuisance abatements. Glad to see that's moving forward in the right direction. So.
Do they track how many of those have been resolved? Do they follow up on those?
Yeah, so everything that gets an initial letter, I go back by the property after the given timeline that they received, and then if further communication, then we send them a follow-up letter with a new timeline, and then we can move to either a municipal infraction on it or to have the city crew take care of it and assess the cost to the property owners.
Have you had to take that step in any of the properties yet?
So I'm really trying to work with folks. There is one property that I just had a conversation today about getting some junk vehicles removed, but we haven't actually had to issue the citation as of yet.
I want to say, good job, Carol. Thanks for all the hard work you do. You really are an asset to us, and I'm thankful for everything you do.
Jacob, was April 8th the council packet where we discussed the catalyst grant?
Do not know off the top of my head, but I can check.
Okay. And in that, there was some correspondence shared with the Iowa Economic Development Council, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just wanted to reaffirm that.
Okay. Seeing nothing else, we will move on. Item number 3 is a public hearing for authorizing the final disposition of real property. I will declare that the public hearing is open at this time. And Jacob, do you have anything to refresh our memories what this is for?
Yeah, so this is basically, we are going to be doing a land swap with the property next to those FEMA lots, giving them just a little bit more section on their west side, the FEMA lots east side, and then acquiring the same amount of land on the north side of their lot, which is technically our farm ground that we've been using, and then we lease out and have an exchange with those residents as well for that land because they own part of it. So this will just kind of make some of that better.
Okay. Would anyone like to speak at this time? Okay. Then I will declare the public hearing closed, and we will move on to item B, which is the resolution of that same disposition, 2026-22, authorizing the final disposition of real property.
So move.
Okay, we've got a motion by Clucky
Second.
and a second by Allen. We will do a roll call, starting with Boza.
Aye.
Clucky.
Aye.
Skelling.
Aye.
Warner.
Aye.
Allen.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Thank you. That resolution passes. Moving on to number 4 is a public hearing on ordinance 764, amending zoning regulation. I declare the public hearing is open. Do you have any opening comments?
Not really. Again, this is just changing a lot of that stuff associated with the detached accessory buildings, increasing the size, allowing more for the roof, but keeping a lot of the regulations still the same, allowing a second additional accessory building as long as it stays under, I believe it's 144 square foot inside that ordinance, so that doesn't need to have a special exception hearing just to have that. And then adjusting the heights. It was 2/3 primary buildings, so now it is going to be either equal with the primary building or 23 foot.
Whichever's lower.
And whichever one is lower of that one. So that kind of helps out people that have one-story buildings so that if they build a garage that's not attached, it lets them have a normal-sized garage not attached and not 2/3 of the height of their house, so
22 feet,
22 feet.
just for clarification.
At this time,
Yeah.
At this time, is there anyone else that would like to speak to this ordinance change? If not, I will declare that the public hearing is closed, and we'll move on to item B, which is the final reading of ordinance 764, amending the zoning regulations. Is any further discussion? If not, I take a motion.
So moved.
Okay, from Allen, motion from Allen and a second from Skelling. We will also do a roll call vote on this. We'll start with Clucky.
Aye.
Skelling.
Aye.
Warner.
Aye.
Allen.
Aye.
Boza.
Aye.
That ordinance change has passed 5-0. Thank you. Moving right along. Item 5 is the approval of a street closure for one crazy night downtown block party by the Chamber.
Yep. So this is the parties downtown. They are requesting to have that street closed during the party to ensure that people can walk to and from and all around it, just like prior years. So,
So move.
We've got a motion by Clucky,
Second.
a second by Warner. All those in favor of approving the street closure, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. We don't have anything on the consent agenda tonight, so we're down at the adjournment. Could I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Moved by Boza and a second
Second.
by Alan. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. Thank you for your time and your work.
Today?
We are adjourned.
Come on down.